In stories, sometimes characters get stagnant, and we wonder why, especially in series, long running series, right? If we look at One Piece, if we look at certain characters, they haven't really gotten much storytelling time, much, you know, consideration, you can say, much progression, right? Usopp could be an example for that. In Lookism, we have Vasco and we have Zach, but this video will focus on Vasco. Vasco was a little child that was heavily and brutally bullied mercilessly, but the thing is, he accepted his fate not because he didn't want to escape, but because his friend would get hurt instead if he did not take the brunt of the pain. And thus he became a human meat shield for his friend to protect him. His friend being Jace. And thus, that is the story of Vasco, the hero. He went off and covered his scars with tattoos and trained and trained and trained and came back and wreaked havoc. He said, "No one will do this to anyone in front of me ever again." This story was so deep and so meaningful that I shed tears. It was a rarity for me from a story. And it was so deep and emotional and so moving. And, we haven't gotten a lot of these types of moments in Lookism, especially in recent times, since it's been fight, drug escapade, big gang, It's kind of lost some of its human touch. And I remember reading that and just being so moved and like, wow, I want to be like Vasco. Zach was my favorite character, but at the time, I'm not going to lie, Vasco became my favorite character. But just the lack of story time that he received from then, and the lack of character growth and progression and anything really interesting after that made it very hard to stay being as big of a fan as I was, because, the character has done very little in 300-400 chapters already, So that fantastical hero feels like a distance past. Yes, he's had a few moments here and there where he got a trainer because he lost and he felt like the hero should never lose. But there was never really a payoff for that training. He went and got a super ultra master and his fighting style doesn't even look great. And he just hasn't fought anybody that it feels like, oh, the hero has arrived. And I think Vasco deserves that. He deserves to have hero moments. I think, obviously he's not the protagonist, but you can have hero moments without being the protagonist, right? He could show up last minute and give the aid to the victory. But I just feel like his role is just, he shows up and kind of fights. And he only shows up sometimes. And it just takes away from a character that's more than fighting, right? I think it's about his ideology. I think his ideology should either, even if he doesn't progress, he should make it into a reality. There should be an attempt of him, making that reality of preventing every bully. And there is. But the problem is they're just not meaningful anymore, right? There's no meaningful moments. Like he went and fought Vin Jin, but we know that Vin Jin isn't really like a bully like that. I mean, he was a bully. And that's the thing as well. Vin Jin was in his school being a bully, but Vasco never fought him, right? Until way later. So it was like, yes, you gave us this wonderful character. You gave us the ideology and you told us that this is what they will not stand for. But what they would not stand for was happening all around them. Now, obviously, he can't see everything, of course, but I don't know, there should be more side stories even of him going somewhere and something happens and he goes and chases the person and beats them down and tells them to not do such vile acts again. Like, we get times and moments of the story going to characters and things that we don't care about at all. We care about Vasco. And it would be beautiful and fulfilling and satisfying to see Vasco have more of those types of moments, more moments where he can really shine, not just in fighting, but in his personality, in his persona as the hero, as the leader of the Burn Knuckles. But unfortunately, especially in this arc, I think it didn't really disappoint me that much until this arc with against the workers and well, the getting gun arc really. It just felt like nothing happened. Vasco came and fought a guy or two, but there was nothing personal. There was no real vindication for him. He never had a moment. Everybody had a fight, but fights aren't always moments. I think Lookism perhaps needs to slow down a little bit because a lot of his characters are becoming stagnant. And it's unfortunate because these characters, for me personally, at least Vasco especially, helped me change my mentality and my viewpoint on life and gave me a sense of never giving up, gave me a sense of no matter how shitty things get up and fight for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Because if you don't fight for yourself, nobody else will. If you don't have the means to do it, find a way, And Lookism was filled with those types of messages. And I suppose that's kind of what happens sometimes when a story becomes too big and too widespread and too many characters and too many things happening. You lose those personal moments that connects with the audience in a true and meaningful way. Fight scenes are great. It's fun, right? We love fights, but we like characters more. We like narrative more. We like to see growth more. And unfortunately for Vasco, he is stagnant. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. It's your boy Supreme G the God. I'm out.